But let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Right, moving on from Captain Britain and on to Marvel Studios reportedly wants to make a Deadpool, Spider-Man and Daredevil team-up movie. So this actually comes from We Got This Covered. So do I have We Got This Covered? Well, I'm gonna get into it. I actually think this is happening. I actually think this is something that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige have wanted to do for quite a while, ever since they got the rights to Deadpool back and also Spider-Man. Now, the issue with this is, where would they place it? So would it be in Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, Kevin Feige recently revealed that Deadpool 3 is going to be R-rated and is going to be in the MCU. So that makes me think that, yes, this is actually something that could happen. The only issue I see with this bit of news is Spider-Man, is the Spider-Man thing. I think if it were a Daredevil and Deadpool team up, then I'd probably be a bit more, this is definitely happening. The thing is that the three characters would work really well together. The thing is that Spider-Man is actually technically still owned by Sony Pictures. So what that means is that Sony would have to be on board with this. Now, I think they probably would, but then it would actually mean that it would have to be a Marvel movie, so probably a bit more like the Avengers films in which Spider-Man comes up. So we do know for a fact that Marvel is trying to renegotiate their contract with Sony as far as Spider-Man's concerned. The idea is that they're going to try and get Spider-Man in more movies, in more Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. So meaning that Spider-Man, the standalone films, will still be all dealt by Sony Pictures, but then all the films that Spider-Man will come into in the Marvel Cinematic Universe would actually be Marvel movies, and they'd be able to use him as much as they want. I've heard rumors that they might be trying to make Tom Holland more like the Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man, and then probably bringing in someone like Miles Morales to be the Sony Pictures Spider-Man, which could work. That could be an interesting way to go. I think actually Marvel Studios would probably like to use Miles Morales themselves, personally, but we'll have to wait and see. As far as this is concerned, we've heard rumors, I'm going to talk about this in a second, that Charlie Cox is back as Daredevil in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was reported by Charles's Multiverse, I believe. Murphy's Multiverse. That's the name of it. I was getting all mixed up with the names. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. So that is basically happening. I think, as far as I'm aware, that is happening. We were told that they're working on a new Daredevil TV show for Disney Plus Star in over here in Europe and outside of America, and Hulu in the US. So it seems very much as though it's all kind of things go as far as Daredevil's concerned. Also, it was reported that I believe it was Daniel Rickman that reported this, that Charlie Cox has signed like a multi kind of picture deal with Marvel Studios, which means he's going to be in multiple movies and TV shows in the MCU. So that's kind of big news. So all of this leads me to believe that at some point in the MCU, we're going to get to see Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Daredevil all team up in a movie together. It would be a pretty fun film, I think. I think it would do really well as well. If they could make it, I mean, with Deadpool being involved, it might be a bit difficult to work out the tone. That might be one of the problems. Like, do they make it R-rated, or do they just kind of make it PG-13 and kind of go down that route? I think they probably go for the latter. I think they go for a PG-13 movie involving Deadpool. The thing is, the movie would make so much money. It would make so much money. Imagine people would love to see Spider-Man and Deadpool and Daredevil all together on the big screen. And I think the three actors there, so you got Ryan Reynolds, Tom Holland, and Charlie Cox, that would be a really, really good lineup for that film. So I think if Marvel isn't thinking about it, which is apparently they are, but if they aren't, they should do now. So maybe try and get that trending on Twitter. Right, moving on to, as I was saying, Daredevil. So Charlie Cox is reportedly